Hello there, my name is K-Hug, you can just call me Kyler, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. It is episode number 24 today of the Season 2 Let's Play Minecraft Survival series. I just want to make a quick shout out to all of you and for all of your support with all the comments, the likes, the subscribes, and the friend shares. Really do appreciate it, and don't forget, leave a comment in the description below to get your name on our community member board that we built a couple sessions ago. Now you may be wondering, what am I doing out here on our path to the Hall of All? Well, that is exactly what we're doing here. We're checking out the path. Last episode we did work on this little portion over here on the other side of the bridge. The base is in that direction, but I did do a little off-camera work to set up this second portion of the path to the Hall of All that just kind of scales the edge of this mountain. We're not quite up there. We're getting close. Don't get me wrong. We're getting closer. You can see we're about, I would say about halfway up, but it terminates right around this bush here, right here. And we've got a lot to go. We've got a long ways to go, but we've got it in us for sure. We will get it done one of these days, and maybe we'll have a second episode explaining how we get up and around all of this fantastic terrain in that early direction. But let's make one last run. Maybe put a little F5 mode on. We can take one last little jog down this beautiful trail as I go over some things like this edge here, and then along the cliff face right there out in front of me. I will be building that out of stone to make it look like it's supported. Right now it just kind of ends abruptly. Like this should all look like it's held up by some kind of stone terrace type deal. And so we got to get that built at some point in time, but I really just wanted to get the shape and the general layout of this done, and I think we've done just that. We've done a fantastic job, in my opinion. If you think this path work is unique and fun and well done, hit that subscribe button. That's all it takes. One little poke, and don't forget to like and share with your friends if that's what you think. It may not look like much, but this was all grass for about that hill over to there. We cleared all the dirt out, the dirt and grass, and additionally I did scale some of this back. Obviously that was the original height of all the stone around here, and so what I'm trying to do is just create these little mounds, little pyres, little high points, because the lava is going to flow in and around all of these. Down, lava will run through here, down, and maybe it'll be like a lake in this corner, and eventually the lava will run, and that's what this path work here is. It will run down through little channels in these directions where it'll turn and flow into our rivers this way, underneath some sort of pathwork here that leads towards our entrance and exits, and then around the rest of the mega base all together. So that is what we've been working on off camera. What we're going to do today is we are going to work on these pesky tunnels. The tunnel you see up before me, above my head there, leading towards the iron farm. We got to design how these tunnels are going to look and the staircase entering and exiting them respectively. First, we need to get this hollowed out to that layer all the way through. From one end to another, we've got to dig this bad boy out. It's going to be a lot of digging. It's going to take quite a bit of time. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go. Okay, so we've officially dug out one side, one layer. So to this point here, all the way. Now, we've officially dug out this whole side from this point, the lower level. Oh gosh, I broke it. I broke it. From this point all the way down to the other end. What I'm going to do quickly, and we could do this real quick, a couple of them here while I talk about it, is we're going to fill in everything that needs to be, that cannot be avoided. I don't want any mobs to be able to spawn behind these walls. Or hear some crazy music like that. That makes you feel unsafe about what you're about to do. I just don't want any mobs behind these walls. Just to prevent that, even bats are kind of obnoxious when they get into the wall cavities. We've got to get rid of that or something will spawn literally on top of that. And what we're doing right now, we're just going to fill in with the resources we just collected. And I'm not really concerned with little bits of coal like that. I know some resources are not replenishable. That's one of them. But we're not super concerned at this moment with burning coal. So that should get rid of all the holes. I think there might have been one more hole down in about midway here. If we could just cap that off. I don't think that was it. That might have been what's left of it, actually. Let me get some of this stuff out of the wall. The bigger veins that we haven't been able to check. Like this is a pretty big one here. And I think we collected the rest of it while we were digging. So cover that up. But now we can really get started on the how we're going to transition from blackstone down to stone to spruce. And how that's going to work is, you know what? It's completely beyond me. I don't have any idea. I just can't believe how much grass this was. Every single one of those is full with just grass blocks from here. And you can see that we've only gotten about a little bit around there and a little bit around this guy excavated out. We've got all of this to dig out and all of this to smooth out. We got some low points. It'll be a nice lava lake there, but we've got a lot of going on here. And to build a lava lake, it takes a lot of buckets of lava. So we've got our work cut out for us for sure. We're going to have to figure out how often we're going to do this. So I'm going to put a temporary block. Every 4 is going to be a pillar. So if I just lay these out all the way down, then we can come back and we can count the sections and figure out where we want there to be solid stone, solid black stone, and solid wood, and where the transition areas are going to be. So I'm going to run down, place all of these blocks every 4, and we can be right back. Let's go. And then lastly is how tall is this going to be? I think we're probably going to lose that one. This will probably be our exit, just because we're going to have to make a little bit of an alcove here on the cliffside, because there's not like a whole lot above us. I think right here even. Yeah. So without doing too much mounding, I think if we back up this to here, that's good enough for us. So that's one outside. The other outside technically is in this wall. So sections, wood for sure, wood for sure. But let's count these out. And then we'll get back down there. We'll decide where we're going to put them. So 1, 2, 3, 18, 19, 20, 21. So funny enough, I got all these dirt blocks here laid all the way out, every 4 blocks in between, like here, all the way down, and there's 21 sections, including these 2. If I could use a quick math in my head, 21 divided by 3 is 27, or geez, is 7. Quick math, I said, which is perfectly fine, but we have to have transition areas. So if we go if we knock that down to 5, that gives us 15, and then we've got 6 left to remain. It's 2, so it'll be 3 in transition, which is perfect. So we'll go 5 of blackstone, and then we'll have 3 transitioning from blackstone to stone. We'll have 3 of these little sections to get transition to the next piece, and maybe we even, now that I think about it, it needs to be between the 2. That way, this is kind of the transitional area. 2 of these chunks, we'll call them, because this is a separate piece than from this pillar to that pillar. And so 2 of these chunks will be a transition. So I'm going to go 4 chunks. There'll be a transition. So that's another blackstone chunk, transition chunk, stone chunk, and these 2, stone chunk, and these 2, transition, wood chunk, and I've lost it. Let me try that one more time. Let me just figure it out on my own, and then we can catch up and get started on it. So let me just figure out what we got going on here. So pretending everything else here is okay, as in the floor and everything, we can go ahead and get on with doing the solid section. So the blackstone, the stone, and the wood, and then we'll work on the interior ones where we're going to transition from one to the other. So we know we need 2 of everything. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to take out some of these, and we're going to build our next section of blackstone. Like so. It does look a little funny until you get these next layers in here, but that's okay. Now we have 2 transitional pieces, so we're going to go back real quick. And we'll grab what is next is going to be a triple. I'm fighting myself on this here because I think I'm going to go with both the smooths and use this as a floor. We'll carry it with us just in case. I think I'm not going to use it. Let's go ahead and get these next 2 done real quick. That is the 2 stone sections. We'll fill in some more later when we get more detail. And now we'll go back and grab the 2 wood sections, and then we got to figure out how to do the transitions, which is going to be super difficult to do, I think, with the palettes that we've chosen to use. We're learning lessons. We do learn things every now and then. I've said this before. I learn things all the time. All right. Okay. Let's head back. Let's dump these resources, and let's go into our first transition, which is going to be, I think, the most difficult one in this area here. Because figuring out how this is going to work is going to be fun, fun, fun. So maybe we got to rethink this all together. This is going to be such a learning curve for sure. Since we have 2 whole sections here to kind of blend together, maybe I'm taking the blending too seriously, but it kind of seems like now, top of my head, this just needs to be kind of all stone here, and these 2 are the ones that need to start bleeding into each other. I go throw a black stone in there, a couple there. Another one here maybe. And then vice versa over here. Maybe this isn't the way to do it. So definitely blackstone, and you know what, just to make it weird, I'm just gonna throw in like an andesite here. And maybe I should do the same over here. We'll just pop one of these out. Like it hasn't quite understood the transition yet, maybe. And then through here, we'll go super heavy with the stone over here. And fill that in with the rest of this stone there. Oh! All right. All right, don't panic. Everything is fine. Thankfully, we lit this up because this used to be a creeper death trap. So we got our black stone kind of turning to partial stone, turning into stone before it continues on to the stone section. I think if we're moving faster across here, it'll just look a little more natural. And once we get the whole tunnel done, because by the time we get down here, it'll be real dark. It'll be kind of mild in the middle and light and happy at the other end. That's what we're going to go with. That's what we're telling ourselves. So now we just need to find what we need for the other transition, which is from the stone to the wood. Put that there, another wood there. Okay. It looks a little strange right now, but I really think once we get everything in here, light sources, the full archway and everything, this will look pretty cool. That's kind of what I'm banking on. Let's give it one last run. So, I just want to preface what you're about to see with it is totally not done, but we totally need way more time. So, what I have done is I've done everything I think on a 4-block scale. We're going to have about 3 times the size of this when we arch way up. But this is what it's going to look like going from the wood to the stone to the black stone along this entryway. Definitely wood heavy, spruce heavy, a little bit of stone, a lot of bit of stone into stone. So far so good. Then from stone to a little bit of blackstone to a lot of bit of blackstone to blackstone, and then this is kind of the true essence of what these archways are going to look like with those same gradients from one end to the other. And I think they look pretty good. I think it's tough to see until I do an entire tunnel all the way through, and then obviously we've got 4 more to do. But unfortunately, I think that brings me to an end. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me today. I had such a fantastic time. I'm learning as we're going. We're learning together. And I'm really excited to see how these tunnels turn out in the long run. If you guys are still here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Just a little poke like that. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Same with the like button. Really, honestly, it's all super easy to do. I can't explain how easy it is to like and subscribe, but go ahead and do it if you haven't already. Without further ado, I got nothing else to say other than I appreciate you guys for all love and support. Don't forget to comment on this video to get yourself on our community member board. And without further ado, stay beautiful, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.